This week on the Island Times News Update, Neptune Beach plans to rewrite part of its police pension ordinance to increase benefits to retirees. The city has also withdrawn its offer to settle its tipping fee dispute with the city of Jacksonville. And Jacksonville Beach makes plans for a new skate park on South Beach Parkway. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. In the coming months, the Neptune Beach City Council will be considering changes to its police pension system that would provide an additional benefit to the city's 12 retired police officers, as well as future retirees. The proposal would take money set aside from taxes collected on insurance premiums to pay the additional benefit. The city is considering a so-called 13th check system that would take a portion of the overage in taxes collected on insurance premiums and distribute it evenly among those collecting retirement benefits from the city. While the council agreed that additional work needs to be done on the part of the city staff and the police pension board before they could effectively consider the entire ordinance, they did agree to take up the portion of the bill dealing with the additional payment to retirees at their next meeting, which will be held February 2nd. The council directed City Attorney Patrick Krachowski to meet with City Manager Jim Jarbo and the Police Pension Board attorney to discuss that issue before the February 2nd meeting. The Neptune Beach City Council still has not resolved its sign ordinance issue, with the final extended deadline approaching in early March. The council last year twice extended the deadline for all signs to be replaced by low monument signs until March 2nd. During the past 6 months, the ordinance has again been reviewed by the Community Development Board, which did recommend changes to the ordinance to better define some of the triggers that would force a sign to be changed. But it also included a hard deadline of December 31st, 2017 for all signs to be brought into compliance with Section 5 of the ordinance. That provision is still opposed by several council members, including Scott Wiley, who said the so-called sunset date should be eliminated entirely.
I still think that the existing, I think what the Community Development Board has in front of us, I think these are good changes. I think these take some of the triggers we had prior, gives them a little bit of strength. I'm still section number 5, which has this sunset. That would be my intention. Either I'll bring it back as a bill with section 5 taken out of it, or we can amend it and remove section 5.
Mayor Harriet Pruitt, however, said she's in favor of a hard deadline for having all of the signs brought into compliance, as is Councilman John Jolly. But council members Kara Tucker and Richard Arthur are both in favor of an ordinance that does not have a hard deadline for replacing signs. Another issue with the ordinance is signs at shopping centers that display more than one business. Several shopping center owners have discussed those signs with Neptune Beach Council members, saying that under certain conditions they could be forced to change their entire sign if multiple businesses change at the same time, which would present an economic hardship for the centers. The council agreed that multi-tenant signs need to be addressed, but Councilman Arthur said it should be done without the looming March deadline.
But I would be for updating the language in the multi-tenant side, removing this hard debt timeline, moving it forward to provide stability on this hard set date of the March time, and then having to come back if we want to look at multi-tenant signage anywhere in that aspect, do that without the timelines of March approaching.
The council must do something before the March 2nd deadline, and at the February 2nd meeting, the council will consider the sign ordinance as written with the 2017 sunset date still in the bill. Councilman Wiley said he would work to amend the ordinance in an effort to remove that section of the bill. Neptune Beach has withdrawn its offer to resolve a tipping fee dispute with the city of Jacksonville. City Attorney Patrick Krachowski drafted a letter for Mayor Pruitt's signature, which was delivered this week. In informing the council of his intention, Krachowski said the offer to resolve the dispute has been on the table since October 9th, and Mayor Alvin Brown's office has not given the city a response.
As an attorney in a settlement posture, you don't leave your offer on the table for 3 months with no response. It's just not good practice. And so I think this is a move we need to make logistically, strategically, politically, which is why I've consulted with the mayor And so I wanted to let you all know about that. Unless there is some objection, we will proceed accordingly.
Withdrawing the offer was supported by all members of the council. Mayor Pruitt said that despite media reports that the city had done nothing to resolve the dispute, there had been several attempts on the part of the city staff to get a fair resolution that have not been acknowledged by Jacksonville. Mayor Alvin Brown spokesman David DeCamp said that the October 9th letter from Neptune Beach was, quote, insincere, and that the city has tried on numerous occasions to work out a compromise that they feel is in the best interest of all of Duval County's taxpayers. He said that officials at the highest level of city government, including the Director of Solid Waste and former Chief Administrative Officer Karen Bowling, had tried to make an agreement. DeCamp said that it is the city's position that the animal control payments are not germane to the discussion of the tipping fees, and that the city is, quote, interested in resolving the issue so that it is fair to all of Duval County. DeCamp said there have not been 2 years of silence on the part of the Brown administration, and that the compromise reached in Atlantic Beach, which will be on their agenda next Monday, is an example of what can be done if the parties decide they want to work together. Speaking of which, that tipping fee issue is back on the agenda in Atlantic Beach for the regular meeting Monday night. The commission will vote on a proposal to authorize the mayor to sign a release and settlement agreement and authorize the city manager to pay Jacksonville $322,709 when the agreement is finalized and signed by both cities. The money would be taken from the city's general fund, according to the agreement. Well, there were things happening in other beach communities as well this week, and when we come back, we'll tell you about a proposal for a skate park in South Jacksonville Beach. This is the Island Times News Update.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788. Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The Jacksonville Beach City Council on Tuesday night approved a concept for a skate park on South Beach Parkway near the fire station and community center. City Manager George Forbes said the concept features 2 locations that will include features of both the popular types of skateboarding, a skate bowl, and an area for street skating. The concept will be developed in phases, including engineering to reroute stormwater from the existing pond, construction to reroute stormwater piping, engineering for soil density, compaction, concrete testing, shade structures, and construction supervision, also ADA and landscape and irrigation. Mayor Charlie Latham said that the park was the kind of amenity that is needed in Jacksonville Beach.
We had 2 town hall meetings with the Fletcher Middle School kids, and they're very excited about this. This is a perfect example of the kind of thing we can achieve that's age appropriate for all different age groups and adds to the family friendly environment that we talk about. So this is a great step in the right direction, and I certainly concur that we ought to try and move as judiciously as we can with this.
The concept was approved unanimously by the council. The Beaches Museum and History Park has raised about 3/4 of the $50,000 it needs to be able to accept a matching grant from the Davis family to move the Osterreicher McCormick Cracker-style cabin from its current location in Nocatee to its new home at the History Park near the historic church. The structure and artifacts are a gift from the family of the last owners, J.T. and Jean McCormick. Visitors will be able to see another example of early life in the Beaches area. Fundraising is progressing to move and restore the house. The property is prepared and the project is scheduled to be completed this year. A generous matching grant of $50,000 was made by the Davis family, developers of Nocatee, and the museum has been challenged to raise an equal amount from other donations. Donations can be made online at the Beaches Museum website. All 5 Republican candidates for sheriff have been invited to address the First Coast Republican Club at its regular meeting on Monday night. I've been invited to act as moderator for the session and ask questions of the candidates. The program will begin at 7 p.m. at the Casa Marina Hotel in Jacksonville Beach. The first unitary election will be held March 24th. Early voting opens March 9th. The Beaches Emergency Assistance Ministry, better known as BEAM, has opened a new thrift shop and food pantry at 1447 Mayport Road in Atlantic Beach. BEAM has been helping less fortunate people in the Beaches communities for 30 years, and the new location will be much more convenient to those in need in Atlantic Beach and Mayport. The main BEAM Center is in Jacksonville Beach. And the City of Atlantic Beach will hold a visioning meeting on Tuesday, January 27th at 3 p.m. in the Commission Chambers. The meeting will look at long-term goals for the city. Well, the National Weather Service says we can expect rain on Saturday, then sunny and cooler weather on Sunday and into the first of next week. Highs will be mostly in the 50s through Thursday of next week. Tuesday looks like it will be the coldest day with a high of only 49 degrees. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Become a subscriber and get updates on news from the Beaches communities delivered right to your email box. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.